What's good? Back. This is an old school, man. This is a throwback with Ray Studios, man. So we got I haven't even, well, I have looked into the topic, but Ray brought up the topic here with Iowa, man. He knows what's going on. So we're going to talk about that, gender identity and what's going on over there. But what's going on, Ray Studios? It's been a minute.
Yeah. How you doing, brother? Like I've just been dealing with life recently, so it's all you can do.
Yep. Same here, man. Just dealing with life as well. Um, all kinds of craziness going back and forth and stuff like that. But kids are good, wife's good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling. I've been. I I felt more closer to normal than I have in months, but I'm still doing okay. So yeah,
Yeah, yep,
yeah,
yep, good.
yeah. I still have gut issues, but yeah, I'm still working on that though. So yeah.
Yep, yep, no doubt, no doubt. Before we get into the main story, you said you've been listening to Too Short lately.
Oh yeah, he was my uncle's favorite rapper. That's why I have been.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like the song I told you beforehand that I told you I've been listening to a lot.
Mm,
That's the song I told you about that my mom heard my uncle listening to, and then he was like, "Oh shoot, my baby sister." So yeah, that was when my
mhm,
mom was 16 years old, and my uncle's was 12 years older. So so like that's the song he was listening to. So BJ Betty, we'll do it
mhm.
like that. So yeah, but that's the song he was listening to.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah.
mean, the one that I know is just the one that was like "Life is Too Short." That's the first Too Short song I ever heard. That one came out in '89.
Hmm.
I don't know if you know that one. That's probably one of his earliest tracks.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and he's just a old school kind of like storyteller,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. But he also had a dark sense of humor, though. So, if you like when you have a chance to listen to BJ Betty, and you'll see his dark sense of humor. Like, yeah,
Oh, yeah, I'm very familiar. I don't know his later stuff like "Blow the Whistle" and all that, but I
mm,
know his older stuff.
yeah,
He just didn't try. The thing about Too Short, it was
oh yeah,
all charisma and delivery. Like
hmm,
his lyrics obviously weren't too complicated. There was no rhyme scheme. I mean, he was just
well,
kind of talking.
yeah,
And he had
well,
the 808s, the
hmm,
bass.
yeah. Um, I'll say this. I'll give one line from BJ Betty.
Mhm.
This is actually the funniest line in the song. The song as a whole is hilarious, but this is the funniest part. All right, you ready?
Mhm.
She she can blow more head than a whale blows water.
It's Too Short, man. Too Short is known as like the pimp storyteller.
Yeah,
Pimp narratives, exaggerated, like over the top type of stories with the 808 bass. I mean, I don't know if
yeah,
anybody does it like him, man. As far as storytelling and Slick Rick, but
no,
very unique artist.
yeah, and I'm getting where you fit in. That's the album. I'm actually thinking about getting the vinyl of it. Like because
Oh
like
yeah,
there was like 1,200 of them made, I believe.
is that
So
it?
yeah,
Wait,
1,200
which
of
one
them.
was Getting Where You Fit In? I don't know if I know that one.
The one where the one where the theme is the color purple. Like
Hmm.
look it up when you can.
Okay, I will. Yeah.
You see him where he's I'm talking about like the relaunch of vinyl, not the one back in the day. Well,
Okay.
they didn't really do vinyl back in the 90s. Really, it was more like cassette tapes. But
Well, you
they
had
re-
vinyl. Yeah,
yeah
you had the vinyl. I
yeah,
didn't have any Too Short vinyl, but yeah.
but rare though. Like vinyl
Mhm.
was practically a dead brand for the most part back in the 90s. It's become more of a collector's thing in today's time now.
Yeah, but no, I actually had vinyl, but it was more like
Yeah, I got
Fun
some vinyl.
Culture Plus. What
Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple vinyls in my in the casket there,
mhm,
so yeah.
yeah,
I have more in
yeah,
my closet too, so yeah.
yeah. I have vinyl at the crib. I used to have crates of vinyl and
Yeah.
lost that years ago. I had some good records, but I had MF Doom on vinyl.
Mm,
Operation Doomsday. That was '99 or '98 or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I know Too Short and I know like his big, but I wasn't like a heavy like I know every track of Too Short. So
Yeah. Yeah. My personal favorite, it's Ice Cube and Eazy-E for me. Those are my two favorites.
as far as just in general,
Yeah.
oh
Mhm.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Back in the day, I remember the first time I listened to NWA.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
listen.
just
Yeah, my dad introduced me to it when I was a kid too.
yeah. Let me ask you: did you see the? You probably did. We haven't talked about it. The halftime show with Kendrick.
Oh, that's actually another topic I did want to talk to you about as well. So yeah,
Okay.
that first of all, that halftime show during the Super Bowl was awful. I'll say that first. One of the reasons why I just couldn't hear it in general. But then like afterwards I heard everything that happened where Jay-Z was calling out Drake and stuff like that. And you know what's funny though? Like he was calling out Drake for things when you find out, but then you find out that both of them were buddies with Diddy. So yeah, that's the weird thing about it. So like, yeah, you're calling out Drake, but still though, there's still some suspicious stuff with Jay-Z as well. So yeah,
I actually missed that. So what was the Jay-Z fallout from that? I missed
from
that.
yeah, basically it was the stuff with. I have to go back and relook at that, but
Mhm.
he was calling out Drake for stuff like yeah, like dark stuff is what I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into this. We'll get into this. Let's wrap up the Kendrick and then we'll get right into the main story, just so we don't we don't forget not to get into it. But Cyan, great friend of the show, $5 super chat says, when we get into this topic, after we'll finish up the Kendrick stuff. As far as the Transformers are concerned, I'll start. Let them be offended. Okay. Well, we're getting a little spicy, Cyan. Okay,
Yeah.
coming in hot. Toy
Yeah.
Mafia, what's good?
Yeah.
But thank you, Cyan. And so let me ask you, the reason why I brought up Kendrick is I was thinking about hip hop and how I grew up on NWA. NWA was probably one of the first albums I actually bought. I used to have my cousins used to dub the tapes for me. And so I had Black Sheep, all the native tongue type stuff like Tribe Called Quest and all that. But then NWA is one of the first ones I bought. And I kind of grew up on NWA, and they have raunchy, lyrics and stuff. But there's something about Kendrick to me. Do you listen to Kendrick at all?
Not really, but
Okay.
I mean, I listened to some of it, but not much. Yeah.
Okay. It's just something about Kendrick Lamar that he started out as a backpacker, like almost like an underground, kind of like Kanye. Kanye was a backpacker, beat maker. Giving beat tapes to Talib Kweli type before he blew up. But it just feels like Kendrick Lamar just tries too hard to me to be black. Like if you're black, you don't really need to like Tribe Called Quest and them back in the day, they were pro-black, even Queen Latifah. And still didn't seem like they were trying hard to be black to me.
Well,
I don't know.
A good example of someone trying to be black and actually being successful at it is Flo Rida.
Yeah. That came later. I never really got into too much, but yeah.
Yeah. I still love Welcome to My House. I still love that song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The thing is, I never actually this is the funny thing. I never watched the music video to the song until recently. And it was just it's something, I'll say that.
Wait, which song again?
My House.
Oh, okay.
By Flo Rida.
Yeah.
I never watched the music video until recently. Yeah. But I know the song really well though.
There's a lot of songs I never even like from the 90s, because I never had cable, but I don't know if I've ever seen the My House Flo Rida. I've never been a huge fan of theirs. I'm not against them or anything, but I don't know if I've ever even seen that video. But I know the song you're talking about.
Yeah, but the song is good though. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No doubt. Yeah.
Let's just say it's basically the video is about him with a whole bunch of women, and the women are basically like how do I put this? Like one of them, I'll just say, is wearing like a metal bikini and literally just taking a metal saw and just use it like I forgot exactly what it is, but sharpening it, like trying to cut it. There's something, and there's also where you see a bunch of them where you see them eating fruit off women. So yeah, it's something like it's hard to describe it. Actually, it really is.
That's funny. What did you think about Kendrick wearing women's flare jeans?
This is new to me.
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
So here's what happened. So the Super Bowl came out, and I saw the jeans. I was like, are those women's jeans? They kind of look weird. And I never said anything because I didn't know. I was like, okay, whatever. Then it came out. I'm like, I should have posted something. They came out. It's a fact. It's reported everywhere that he was wearing women's flare jeans.
Why?
I'm great question. This is the pro-black. Do you see it? Where it's just so weird. He comes out and he's like, "Oh, he's just trying so hard to be this and."
I just hope he hasn't been to any parties recently.
Bro, I don't.
Yeah,
I guarantee you he has. I guarantee you he has.
You think
allegedly?
You think they have something on him?
Oh yeah, this guy. I don't want to crash out on him too much, but this guy kind of. I don't think he's ever said he was a black Israelite. Are you familiar with those? That group?
Where they think the original Israelites were black. Yeah, I know about that.
So he tries to kind of
like Kyrie does.
Yes, exactly. He tries to be like that group, but not really name himself as part of that group. But his lyrics never go nearly as far as you would think somebody in that realm would go. And then he goes on stage wearing women's flare bottom jeans. Bruh, that's not normal.
So you think it's like a humiliation ritual?
Absolutely, it is. He didn't have any say in that. No, there's no Ray. What if I told you, bruh, we're not gonna do a live unless you put on those flare bottom jeans? You'd be like, what the? You'd be like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like the stuff that they do out in the open. And if I were to do that and say, hey, you can come on my show but you gotta wear women's flare bottom jeans. You would look at me like I was crazy. The stuff that you wouldn't let me get away with, not you, but you know what I mean? People would never let you get away with that. And they do it out in the open and it's no problem at all.
Yeah. Do you find it interesting though that a lot of the people behind this, they do humiliation rituals, but they especially do it with black individuals though. You find that interesting? Black individuals especially.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cat Williams said it best. He will not go out on stage in a dress. So yeah.
That's why that interview was so one of the best interviews actually probably I've ever seen. That interview right there, because it was just straight raw, and you're absolutely right. That's exactly what he was talking about.
Yeah. You gotta tell P. Diddy no.
The interview is so good. We know the lines like it's a movie. I haven't watched it in a minute, but
like
that interview is so good, man.
You know something? After all that stuff with Cat Williams went down, I went back and watched an old clip of him and basically like it was from the early 2000s, I believe, where he basically exposed Diddy without saying Diddy's name. Like like he's saying like all these mofos being gay in Hollywood, people that you never expected, and then you will go into these parties, and then you go into one of these rooms, and you're a new person, and you don't realize what's going on in the rooms. And then he says, "Nick, come here. Is that two niggas kissing?"
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to put the J's on this because I didn't look into it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're behind it. But remember, the Denzel Washington movie came out or whatever.
Well, or you could say Catholics. You could throw them in there too.
Absolutely. Well, they bent the knee to them, but
no. I think the Catholics, like, I think what these people who claim to be Jays, how do we know that they're not actually bowing to the Catholic Church? That's the theory I have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Whoa. Wait, I'm sorry. You said, wait, what?
The people who claim to be Jays, what do you think? I think they potentially bow to the Catholic Church.
Wait, what? Because no, I'm confused. I'm confused because I'm thinking the other way around. Wait, explain.
The Jays, you know who I'm referring to?
Yeah, no, to the Catholic Church. How?
Because like because what Mel Gibson said about the Catholic Church.
In the Rogan interview.
Yeah, where he says like it's like a counterfeit parallel church where it's running an entirely different religion.
Yeah, no, but the Jays don't report to anybody. Like they don't report to. I mean, at least from the standpoint of the self-preservation of the country, they definitely don't support. They definitely don't report to the Catholic Church.
Well,
so
Well, if you look into some of the stuff with the Vatican, I think you'll
Mhm.
find it pretty interesting, though. I think you should look
Yeah,
into the
deep part.
Vatican. You
Yeah.
like, there's a theory. Well, we're getting a little off topic here,
Oh
but there,
we just
yeah,
freestyle, whatever. It don't
there's
matter.
a theory I heard that that in the Vatican archives they have
Mm.
the books from that were in the Library of Alexandria. This is the theory I've heard.
I
Like
believe
like
that. Yeah.
like the theory, like the burning of the Library of Alexandria. The library did get caught on fire. It did, but it was a distraction so they could steal all the books and knowledge and hide them.
I wouldn't be surprised. The one thing I will say is because I got to research the Catholic Church. I'm not no expert there. I have been looking at it recently because I think they're weak. But my take is the Catholic Church and the Jays should be in conflict. Is
Well,
that fair to say?
no, actually, no,
Yeah. I
because
okay. What's
like you remember you showed that you did the video about the Epstein things where like you said where someone pointed out like 4 out of 5 people were Jays apparently, but then they didn't count that that there were either Jays or Catholics. Like Liz Wheeler, she's a Catholic. Did you know that?
I know,
So
but that goes to my point. I mean, she's up there with the Jays, not going against them. It's the whole Israel thing. It basically comes down to the biblical interpretation of this stuff.
I
Um,
think I think the bigger enemy is Vatican even more than Israel. Like
uh,
more like I personally don't even give a crap about Israel or Palestine. I don't give a crap about it whatsoever. I think the Vatican is what we should be focusing on
how?
because they're the ones who are controlling everything really. Like you think that just Israel funds everything? If you look
Well,
into some of the stuff that Vatican finances, it's a deep rabbit hole.
yeah, I have to. I'm not an expert there, but what you would be saying though is that they're working with the Jays, though,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. Could be, or could it be like one of them's working for the other, or there could be all the same.
No,
Who knows?
I have a. I don't support the Vatican though. I want to
Yeah,
make sure that's clear.
like
I don't
like
understand it. What's the point of it?
like and I forgot what it is. It could be like the throne room where the Pope sits. I could be wrong, but there's an entire section that literally is in the shape of a serpent. Did you know about
No,
this?
I'm not surprised, but no,
Oh,
I have no idea what this.
I gotta show you this. I
Yeah,
gotta show you
listen.
this. Ser- ser- Serpent, the Serpent Hall. Like this is
Yeah.
disturbing right here. Like let me
So
pull
then
this.
after this, we'll get to the main story after this.
Yeah, this right here.
Okay, hold on, bro. I'm
This
gonna put it up.
that. See,
Oh wow,
it's in the shape of a serpent.
that's wild, bro. That's wild. That's
And you know,
really wild.
and who manipulated Adam and Eve? The serpent did.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Or there's where the statue
That's in
they
the
have
where is that?
the Vatican. This is in the Vatican.
I have to look that. I'm not aware of all this.
Or there's even something even bigger.
Mhm.
Vatican, the statue they have of Jesus, what it looks like, the Jesus resurrection statue. It's disturbing. Like this, it's creepy. Like, give me 1 second.
This
Let me
is
pull.
creepy. Is it creepier than this? This is
Yes,
creepy right here.
it's
Bro.
creepier.
This is creepy right here.
Let me pull this up right here. And it's supposed to depict Jesus. What this is. Let me pull this up. I have it right here.
I'm gonna have to deep dive into the Vatican, man.
That's why I'm telling you, you got to look more into this. You're focusing too much on Israel that you should be focusing more on Vatican.
Well, I'm not sold about that yet, but I'll look into the Vatican.
This is supposed to depict the resurrection of Jesus right here.
Mm.
Look how creepy that looks.
Yeah,
it's supposed basically saying that Jesus went to hell and then resurrected from hell, which I still don't even know how you could get to that interpretation.
Yeah, but I mean, but the Bible is the Bible, though. See, that's my problem, though. See, the Bible is the Bible. I don't need the Vatican for that, right? Am I wrong there? I don't understand what I need.
Yeah.
I don't need all it is a bureaucracy. That's all the Vatican is. It's $1 billion bureaucracy, just like a government. So I'm not for them at all.
And the Vatican is like a country inside of a city, because Rome is not the biggest city.
Yeah, yeah.
And you find it odd. and they have a giant walls, and they have, and you can't extradite people. So yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but that's not. I'm still not convinced though that that's more of a concern than Israel though. So I mean, maybe they're definitely more of a concern than I've been bringing up, but I have brought them up as a concern for sure.
Yeah. That you got to look more into Vatican, man.
Because I will. Because what I've brought it up is, but the foundation of why I'm interested in what you're saying is the Vatican, in my opinion, should be at odds with Israel. Absolutely. Jews believe Jesus is in hell, burning in a pit of excrement. That's a problem, right? I mean, if you're the Catholic Church, that should be a problem, right?
Yeah. Did you see that statue depicting Jesus resurrecting from hell? So,
that's what Jews believe, though, right? Or I don't know. Do you tell me? I don't. That's my understanding.
So then, why should they be at odds then? If that's what they both believe, then
I'm at odds with both of them. Then I don't know. I have to look into that. But yeah, that's the first thing that got my spidey sense start tingling about the Catholic Church. And like, what is the purpose of them? When do they defend Catholics? Am I missing something? I've never even really seen them defend Catholics like that.
Yeah, but then you find out something funny that this current Pope said that hell isn't real. So you find that odd. So
wait, I didn't hear that. What?
This is from years ago. The
Pope Francis?
Yeah, said that hell isn't real. So I'm like, that's anti-biblical.
I don't need. That's why I don't. I can't. I'm not going to crash out on them. I'm like, I have no problem crashing out on the Catholic Church.
I'm out on the Catholic Church. I'm out. So yeah,
it's just, but it's not even just. It's just church. It's just when you get humans involved, then that's when manipulation comes.
Yeah.
So
and some of these people believe that the Israel that's mentioned in the Bible means the church. I still don't know what it means. I'm looking more into it. Like, I've been reading the Bible more and more. I can't figure out what it is. All I'll say is that it doesn't sound like a thing. It sounds like a place. That's all I'll say on that. But these people some of these Catholics that believe that it's referencing the church, some of these people, like one of these guys, I'm friends with this one guy, but we've been at odds lately. He thinks it means the Catholic Church, not the church, the Catholic Church specifically. I'm like, what?
I think I'm not an expert, obviously, but I have been digging into this very deeply because I've dug into that because I still don't have a definition for what a Jewish person is. I still don't have a definition of what a Jewish person believes.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been looking into it. Israel has multiple meanings, but here's what I know it doesn't mean, Ray. It doesn't mean I support Benjamin Netanyahu. It doesn't mean I support who's living in what we call Israel that was created in 48? Why? That's not the same Israel that we're talking about from the Bible. Yeah. And beside that, even let's just say it's no longer a home for Jewish people and the Palestinians or whoever running over, Lebanon, Jordan, whoever, it's still Israel. It doesn't matter what man calls the land. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't understand what we're doing. It's complete manipulation.
Yeah. So
what people are saying, like we have to agree with what Israel's doing. We have to protect Israel from what? If Lebanon, if they ran over Israel right now, it would still be Israel. It's this or whatever the land is still the land. It doesn't matter if dinosaurs are on it or what's on it. Say all humans are wiped out and it's dinosaurs on it. It's still the same land.
Yeah. Do you have a definition of what a Catholic is then?
I'm not familiar with it. I just know Christian. I don't know. What is the definition of Catholic? I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
I don't know, actually.
That's a great question. I have to look it up.
Like I'm saying, even Ye, was it Bryson Gray who said that Ye told him that that he views Jays and Catholics the same way? Bryson
Ye said that?
I think Bryson tweeted that out saying that Ye told him that. I think,
but Ye's young. Ye's very rudimentary, like myself in his journey, though. So I don't know how much I'll put into that.
But Ye is long gone. He's gone.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I think posting corn on X was the final straw right there.
No, see, I have a little bit of a different take. Like here was my response to the corn is not the worst part for me. The worst part is parading your wife out naked in public.
That I can agree.
You are a man. Your job is to be a protector. You're really the conduit in a way from translating the word of God to your household, and you're parading your wife out naked. That's by far, as far as what anything can be corn. You watch a rated R movie, you're watching corn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't understand the big thing about corn. Who doesn't watch a rated R movie? My wife and I are watching the Vikings TV show, which is really dope. It's really great. I mean, it's from years ago, but it's dope.
In every other episode, someone gets naked.
Every other episode is something like that. We watched what's his name? What was the hip hop show? Game of Thrones, all kinds of stuff. So what is the corn? I don't really think that's the worst of it all. Obviously, it's not good, but by far is parading his wife out naked. That is that's craziness.
Yeah.
But why is he gone? I don't know if he's Ray is. I'm not Ray. Ye, not Ray. Ye is esoteric. His mind is on a different plane than ours when it comes to creativity. So we might come out, we're going to cover Iowa and the gender identity, and we're going to go over the articles or whatever. And the Ye doesn't do that. Ye would do a shirt. Ye would
which is
do
a flaw.
A bar.
Yeah, which is a flaw. Now,
wait, no, that's a skill.
Yeah, but it's also
Picasso's
a flaw.
esoteric.
It's a flaw at the same time because
Yeah.
you're not looking deep into all of it.
Yeah.
You're just looking at the surface. You can't just look at the surface of everything. You have to dig deep.
I agree. That's why Ye with Nick together. I know you don't like Nick, so I don't want to get off of it. But no matter what you think about Nick is very intelligent, very detailed. That can't be up for argument. You might not like him, but
I can't argue against that. I can't.
So here's my point. So not to agree or disagree with Nick right now. Is Ye with his esoteric abilities, and Nick has some of that too, but Nick with his very knowledgeable. He's Catholic, very knowledgeable in his faith and just in the detail of the world and politics. You put that combination together, that is that's unbelievable. Kind of like Trump and Elon. Trump is the aura, Elon is the executor. That's a hell of a combination.
Yeah, but then Nick and Ye couldn't get along though. So
they're good. No, they're good. I don't want to go back too much into it. But Nicky, they just had lunch recently. They're still good. I think it was more like Milo was there, and the other thing is, just from afar, I think they were going too hard. And I said it at the time. They were going like it was every day. It was another epic interview. I was like, bruh, you're gonna burn out. And Ye burned out. I think Ye burned out on it. That's why he walked out of Tim Pool. He was already mentally fried from this stuff.
Yeah.
You know how it is, Ray. When we cover these, if you cover these stories, if you get behind a damn mic and have to talk about something, you kind of have to live it. I told you multiple times, like when I first started doing YouTube, it wasn't the recording that my wife was concerned about. She was like, every day I see you looking up something and like our family's here, and she had a point. I was like, damn, the research was a lot of research.
Oh yeah. Like I've taken a massive break since the election because because we won. So, but I want to enjoy the fruits of our victory at least for a little bit. That's why I haven't done my one of the reasons I haven't done my podcast in a while too. Because I want to enjoy the fruits of our victory.
Yep. But to Trump's credit, he got it rolling. But let's get into the main story here. I'm going to bring up an article here, but Ray, you made me aware of it. I have some notes on it. Mm-hmm. But what's your thoughts? The headline here is that Iowa has rolled back some gender identity protections. Is that correct?
Basically, from what I understand, it removed the gender identity thing from the Iowa civil rights law. Basically, I believe it was it a court ruling or something like that? I forgot exactly, but years ago enshrined gender identity into the Iowa civil rights laws until recently, I believe the Iowa Supreme Court rejected the idea that it's connected to sex, gender and sex are like basically kind of this are basically I'm lost a little right here. Basically what the Iowa Supreme Court said that you cannot that gender discrimination is not sex discrimination. Like it's basically gender discrimination is just like something, it's entirely different. That's basically what it said. And what happened in the last couple days is that Iowa voted to remove it from the civil rights laws here in Iowa. Basically saying like hey, you cannot claim to be part of this gender identity thing for discrimination. You're not allowed to, because that doesn't exist here, right here. That's the basic gist of it, from what I understand.
Yeah. So the headliner, from my understanding as well, I think you explained it very well, Ray. Iowa has become the first state to remove civil rights protections from transformers.
Yeah.
So this is the main story here, that the Republican-led legislator rushed through this is verbiage from these trusted sources, so I don't know what it really means. Rushed through a bill eliminating gender identity as a protected class, which bars discrimination.
Why does anyone need to be a protected class? That's the thing.
Are we gonna? Let's go. Wait. What does that mean? So are we in agreement that the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is wrong?
Here's my take on that. What I mean by protected class, like no one gets special treatment. Everyone is on the same plane level, is how I view it.
Okay, but the Civil Rights Act to me does that, because obviously white people aren't a part of that, right?
Technically it could be, because it literally says like you can't discriminate based on race. Now there are still some idiots out there that do, which is stupid, which they're equally just as bad as anyone else who discriminates against any other race.
Yeah, so let me just think about that though. So here's where I would say, because I took it to the Civil Rights Act. That's we're talking about federal. I actually support, if a state wants to do these type of laws on a state level, I actually support that, civil rights or not.
I can't get behind that. I can't. I just cannot.
The gender stuff?
No. I'm talking about not the gender stuff. That no, not even remotely close. I'm saying like discrimination based on race and stuff like that. I cannot get behind that.
But that's what and I really like where you took it, because that's really the heart of all these discussions. You can talk about transformers or not, whatever. The heart of the discussion is, if I have a company, let's just say I have a company called Middle MAGA, After Show Carnage, whatever it's called, and so I say, well, I don't want to hire a transformer for whatever reason. Do you think I should be able to say, simply because they're a transformer, I don't want to hire them, I should be okay to do that? Because right now that's not legal.
Well, here's the thing though. That's because that's something that they're choosing, not something that they don't, because they have a say in what they think they are. That's the difference. They can control that. They can't control race. They cannot.
But let me ask you this. So it's different from saying if it's right or not, or should it be legal or not. So I know I understand you, because to me that's stupid. That's a stupid. I would not say, oh, I'm going to hire someone just based on them being a transformer or not. That's not substantive to me. But I think somebody should legally be able to do that, though.
No, I don't think that.
You don't think it should be legal?
Based on like race and stuff like that?
Yeah, on anything.
Well, here's how I'll define it. If they can control something like a transformer, for instance, they control that themselves. The difference is that's the difference between that and race. They can't control their own race.
Yeah. So I just think it's a preference. So I've gone full 180. I'm fully against the Civil Rights Act, and I think people should be able to discriminate for whatever reason they want. Here's the problem I have, Ray. The NBA discriminates, right?
I'm well aware of that. So
why is the NBA allowed to discriminate but I'm not?
There shouldn't be allowed to. They shouldn't. But the thing is,
Wait, what?
You know how they're able to get away with it?
How?
Money.
But yeah, that doesn't make sense though. I don't. That does. The NBA can say, the NFL can say, no, you're not. You can't jump high enough. You're too overweight. We run you through these tests. No, you're not going to make it to our league.
No. Well, that's something that person can control, though. So yeah, if they don't want it, if that person doesn't stay in shape, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
My point goes down to is it something that they have any say over? That's how I bring it down to.
How do we know who has a say over being a transformer or not, though?
They have a say in it. Believe me.
What about the rainbow people? Do they have a say or not? I have.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my take. I have no idea.
They have a say in it. Yeah.
Well, we know for sure there's.
No,
we know for sure there's people who have a say in it, but how do you know? How would you even know if this is a person that has a say or doesn't?
Because
you're saying all of them do.
Yes, that's my beliefs.
And then a lot of people have that take, but I don't. How do you prove that?
Doesn't matter. That is clearly what it is.
Yeah. See, to me, you get into these muddy waters, and I just say you should be able to. The government cannot. The federal government should not be able to. You can't say, "Well, you're a rainbow person. I can tax you more." That doesn't work. But I think as far as like a private business, and that would cause problems because Amazon. Let's just use these big companies, Tesla, Amazon. They could say, with my take, they could say, "Oh, you have dark skin. We will charge you more or not sell something to you." But I think the problem with that is a different problem, is that the company's too big to be able to make those type of decisions. But I really think they should be able to.
Yeah, I just think it boils down to like, do they have a say over it, or do they not? Like a person doesn't have a say in the race. They don't have a say in it.
But so here, Donald Trump has done executive orders against anti-Semitism. I have to look it up to see exactly what it was, but it seems like he's trying to target the on-campus stuff. And to me, I believe he's using civil rights on that, if I'm not mistaken.
I do know there's been a lot of like riots on college campuses. That's part of the reason Trump was able to win.
Yeah,
because it ticked the left off that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me
and basically like I think you can bring up some videos on YouTube about what happened at the Iowa Capitol. Basically like an insurrection happened because the Iowa Capitol got flooded with a whole bunch of leftists as this bill was being passed. Like it got crazy. So yeah.
Was that today or when was this? Oh, just a couple days ago.
Okay. Yeah, just a couple days ago.
This is it here?
Yes, that's it right there.
So this is 2 hours outside the Iowa Capitol. Yeah, I do have some takes on this. This is not good for Democrats.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, this is not good for Democrats. This is really, really bad if you're a Democrat. Donald Trump won in part because of this.
Yes.
This nonsense here. I don't know what Democrats are thinking right now. They have to know that they can steal an election. There's no other way it makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nobody wants this.
Nobody
likes this.
No one does.
You're basically guaranteeing J.D. Vance 2028 with Don Jr. VP. Don Jr. becomes president and brings on Barron Trump or whoever, Nick or whoever.
Yeah, no, it'll be Tulsi. It's not going to be Don Jr. It's going to be Tulsi
as VP.
Yes,
she's been impressive. I have very strong opinions about women being involved in politics, but she has been impressive in a way.
There's more. Like they should have a wider shot. Like the entire Capitol was filled.
Yeah, it looks like it's just.
This is just a small section.
Oh, here you go. This right here. Wow.
Yeah, this is the entire Iowa Capitol was filled.
I mean, you get what you. I mean, if Iowa allows it, they allows it. Here's my thing. I know that J6 was so bad.
Yeah.
I just don't know. So here's
the same thing. Really.
I know. But here's the thing, though, because my instinct is, well, do what they did to the J6ers.
Yes.
But they're looking. This doesn't work. Let them do that. I mean, they're losing. This is them losing power. If you go out there with the bear spray like they did with J6, then you become the J6. This is not a case where you would do that because you make them look sympathetic. Let them do this stuff. They look horrific. I mean, I hate to say it. They look ugly. They're wearing masks. I mean, why do the people who do this look so ugly? I don't understand that. Why? It's just weird.
Adam brought this point up to me. He's saying that you find it curious that all the women that support Trump, at least the vast majority of them are hot. So he made that point.
It's true. I mean, I mean, it's true. I mean, some of them are quite a few of them seem to be wanting to open their legs for Elon Musk lately. Literally.
I've had enough of that Ashley St. Clair stuff. Like I got annoyed by seeing that nothing but that in my feed. I literally saw nothing but that for days.
It was interesting. I know, because it kind of blew up.
And it just put an image in my head that I did not want to think about it. I did not want to think about that image.
I had the exact same thought as you, man. There's no, no, I'm not tired of the topic, but the image, I agree completely. Yeah. I actually posted a meme about that, but Kim Klacik, basically she literally said, "I'll open up my legs for you, Elon." Basically.
Oh my God.
It was that wild. It was wild, man. But
and also another thing that they wanted that they pointed out here, saying that Iowa is the first state to remove civil rights laws for gender identity. Are you aware that vast majority of states don't have that in the civil rights laws? Iowa was a minority state that had that.
What did they have in there? It was something to protect the Transformers? Oh wait, yeah, the mic went out. Yeah, you're still muted. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, there you are.
What I was saying was Iowa, before this law passed, Iowa was like a state that was like, there were very few states that had like gender identity enshrined into the civil rights laws.
So Iowa's a red state. How did they have?
This was years ago. This was years ago. I think about 10, 20 years ago, something along those lines. I don't remember the exact time frame, but it was something along that line. But yeah, Iowa didn't become a red state till Trump came around.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Obama won Iowa. You're right. Yeah.
Twice. And then Bush won it once, but then Gore won it, and then Clinton won it both times decisively. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, like I said, Iowa, it had like, it was there were less than 50% of the states that had gender identity enshrined into civil rights laws. Iowa was one of them, and Iowa removed that. Like regardless, less than 50% of the states have that enshrined into their civil rights laws. Most states don't even have anything on it. So I'm like, yeah. So what? What does it matter? This is a comment I said about this. That these governments, they're doing what we voted for. This is because the 2024 election was a mandate of what the country wanted, and this right here just improves it even more.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't. The famous Charlemagne ad that was talking about Kamala Harris, who was supporting basically transformer surgery for prisoners, I believe. And even illegals. Charlemagne and legals, yeah. And even Charlemagne was like, nobody wants that.
Yeah.
And they're still doubling down on this? Who's funding this? It's not working. I don't even understand I don't understand it.
Well, we know who is funding it, but
is it?
We know
is it still being, do you think they're still funding it though? It's not working. Yes. Why would you fund something that's not working?
Well, that's the definition of insanity. Repeating the same thing and expecting a different result.
Yeah. We'll see what happens in the midterms. I think their take is that Donald Trump is gone now, so they think it will work against J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is, I mean, I'm not a fan of J.D. Vance for different reasons, but I will say he is getting better, and he's had some great moments.
Yeah, there's a theory I heard, or at least, well, I didn't hear this. This is what I thought, but before the 2024 election, is that the Democrats they didn't care if Trump won. Like, they put Kamala in there because they know Trump was probably going to win regardless.
Mhm.
And so like but they realized Trump only had one term left. So like they'll deal with him for 4 more years, but then after that, they won't have to deal with him again.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. That's what it looks like. It kind of looks like that.
Look at this. Look at this. This is embarrassing right here. Love who you love. Be who. Yeah,
Hold
that
on.
was it. Go.
Yeah. I didn't see the bottom part of it.
And look at some of these people that are being interviewed here too. I think.
Love who you love. Be who you are. You belong here. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
Focused on the wrongly.
Who has the take that you can't love who you love? Does somebody have that take? I haven't heard anybody who said that. Maybe I just don't listen to the more radical people.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's not the take. It's like a straw man argument. I don't care who you love.
Yeah.
See, and they might be talking about the marriage stuff, but you can get married, number one, and number two, that's a government thing. What does the government have to do with you loving who you want to love? It's just, I mean, these people are so emotional, and it's just.
Yeah. Well, that's because the chemicals in the food in certain medical things. So yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. It's a concern.
Like, I think some of these people are interviewed right here. Like,
yeah.
No, I don't.
Later on, they will.
I don't think so.
Well, later on, they will, I think, in this, but.
Yeah, Black Conservative Perspective did a video on this where he showed a couple clips of it. If you can find it, there were a few people who were interviewed. Like Black Conservative Perspective. I'm sure you know who he is.
Oh, so, yeah. Is Greg Foreman?
Yeah, Greg Foreman. Yeah,
I think that's his name. Yeah. He's a beast, man.
He's friends with Adam.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, he's dope, man.
Yeah.
One of the best title YouTubers out there. His title game is unparalleled.
Right there. Is that it right there? I can't see if that's it or not. Down here, the video right there with the guy with the cowboy hat, right there.
Cowboy hat. Sorry, I don't see it.
Right there. You see that? Down, over, one more. There, that one.
That one. Okay. Let's listen to what these guys.
At 9 with our team coverage on that decision that's now just a governor's signature away from becoming law. That could happen as soon as tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Iowa's News Now State House reporter Skylar Talaw has been tracking the bill since it was introduced. She kicks off our team coverage with a look at the back and forth between lawmakers tonight.
Republicans in both chambers have officially passed the bill stripping gender identity from Iowa's Civil Rights Act. And it was clearly a major priority for Republicans as they fast-tracked the legislation, originally introducing it last Thursday, quickly moving it through the legislative process, and then sending it to Governor Reynolds all within 1 week. Over a dozen Democrats speaking on the House floor, some even tearing up in disbelief that Republicans are choosing to make Iowa the first state to take away a protected class. Calling the bill hateful, some Dems pled with the GOP to switch their votes at the last minute, arguing the proposal moves Iowa backwards instead of forward. And we heard very emotional testimony from the first and only transgender lawmaker in Iowa, getting a standing ovation from the House gallery.
Draw the line in the sand and say that civil rights in Iowa are enshrined and protected.
The bill has passed both the House and the Senate, so it heads over to Governor Kim Reynolds' desk, and we expect that she's going to sign it. But this is a major move because this is the first time in American history that a state has voted to remove protections from any protected class. That's never happened before, Vlad. So it sets the stage for the fights that we're going to see ahead.
That got arrested.
Boy. Okay, so we got to talk about what appears to be another insurrection, at least based off the definition of an insurrection that Democrats gave us after January 6th.
I think he played a
couple more interviews.
Right here, I think. Right here, I think. Wait, no, that's not it.
No, that doesn't.
Right here. Is that it? Yeah, right there. Go back. Right there. That's it, I think. I think this is it right here.
From transgender Iowans.
Separate but equal is not inherently anything other
Can I
than...
say, I'm not going to lie. The transformer women to men, I can't tell. The transformer women to men, I can't tell at all. assume, or I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked into this.
I can't tell the transformer when they go from a because usually they're bigger. Or I can't tell, man. The women to men they pretty much pass to me.
Unequal, and to say that it is not is to ignore the teachings of our civil rights leaders of the past.
Those in favor.
You know what I find to be hilarious about this? How these individuals always want to piggyback off of what other so-called minority groups have done when it comes to civil rights.
Like Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett
talked
about it for
and
quickly.
honest.
Oh my God.
Is this when she got into that spat with
Yeah.
They always compare it to the plight of
the ghetto
congresswoman. Black people and transgender people are in the same boat.
She's fake ghetto.
You can tell that's not her actual accent.
No, it's so oh my gosh, it's so bad.
She thinks it's worse than Kamala's accent.
Oh, it's way worse.
Y'all
she
need
thinks
to
she's
find
hood when she's
some
not.
She's basically doing the black actors that act in the black movies from back in the day. I don't even know the ones now, but from the 90s, they were all just acting. They weren't acting, and that's exactly what she's doing.
Let me tell you something. Y'all need to find some people that actually care about their constituents. And honestly, whenever y'all are ready to work, we on this side of the aisle have always been ready to do what is right by the American people. Instead, what you can continue to do is go after the most vulnerable in our country. The fact that you just sat up there and somehow figured out how to tie trans folk to your argument makes no sense to me. But let me tell you something. Trans people ain't going nowhere. Just like when the racists wanted to make sure that black people somehow were going to be dismissed in this country. We ain't left either. And I'll yield.
Would you yield back?
I'll yield.
Yeah, so you see that.
What does gender have to do with race?
I don't know, but I mean, the end of the day, we just have to be real. The blacks are low IQ, man. They're really, really low IQ. Most of them.
I don't want to go down that route.
I mean, I don't know how can we not, Ray? Ray, how can we not? She's a star with the blacks now. She's obviously phony. And let's give her the most generous interpretation. She's not. She's completely authentic. Like you said, how does this make any sense? What the hell does being black have to do with being a transformer? Can somebody explain that to me?
I can't.
Okay, there's no other explanation other than low IQ. It's just not. I'm sorry. I mean, we just have to. We can't see. That's why I say your favorite influencer. I'm saying you in general, not you. My favorite influencer is your favorite. Well, not Nick, but in general. These major influencers never talk about the heart of the solution. Tucker Carlson, name an influencer, Ray. Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, Tim Pool. Who name Laura Loomer?
The one that I do think it has, I will say has, is Candace Owens.
She hasn't. No.
Yeah,
no,
she has. She has.
What's her solution?
Well, she didn't have a solution, but she talked about what the problem was, though.
Okay, no, she's not getting to the heart. You can't get to the heart of this problem without saying blacks are low IQ. You just can't. You just can't. I mean, there's no other way around it. And how do you improve that? I don't know if you can improve it in general, but what you can do is understand your strengths and weaknesses and move accordingly and say, wait a second, I'm not going to eat this slop. And don't get me wrong, I crashed out on, it's not just blacks. I crashed out on whites I think it was yesterday or a couple days ago. But this is just the bottom of the barrel. Like, this is just ridiculous. There's no other explanation for it. I mean, how do you associate being black with Transformer, get away with it, and then become the superstar queen of politics for blacks? How do you explain that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, she's a congresswoman in Texas. That's the thing. The weird thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, her district is all here. It's an urban district.
Is it in Dallas or Houston? If I'm not mistaken.
I forget. Let me look it up real quick.
It's Dallas or Houston, if I'm not mistaken. It's one of the two. Yeah. But Mega Dog did bring something interesting up. She's been in Congress for 2 years, and how much has her net worth gone up?
Yeah, I know. I saw that too. She's Dallas. She's Texas 30.
Hmm.
So she's Dallas, and it's 40% black. Basically, it's mostly black, Hispanic, of course.
Hmm.
About non-Hispanic white is 18%.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
yeah.
she doesn't have to, that's kind of how the House is meant to be. I mean, the House is meant to be crazier than the Senate, so you have these nut jobs in there. But I mean, here's the truth: most people don't know who she is. Not, that's the thing. You always have to. All the stuff we're talking about, 90% of the Americans don't know or care.
Yeah. Yeah. Most people don't even know who Thomas Massey is. So.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh my gosh! Go in the street and show somebody a picture of Thomas Massey. You'd probably have to find to find 9 people. You'd probably have to go through 100 people.
If probably more, actually.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what we get. I mean, that's where we are.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I want to know though, real quick before we, change topics or anything. What actually is, we talk about this stuff. What actually changes? Let me see if this will work. There's a delay in it, but let me see if I can do it. The Chat GPT. I want to.
What's on your mind?
I do want to say something though. Jasmine Crockett is like there's I'll say this. There's a reason why so many black men, especially black athletes, date and marry white women. That Jasmine Crockett is an example of that.
Yeah, I actually think she's very attractive. Absolutely, I would never. I know a lot of people. I'm surprised. I didn't think that was that controversial. I know she's dolled up, but I mean, whatever. I think she's attractive. I think she is very attractive.
Someone who I think is attractive. She's not a politician. She's actually, she's on the left, but she's an actress. Zendaya.
Yeah, for sure. But your point is these women mentally are not. Yeah, they're just not where you'd want them to
They're
be.
Ghetto.
She's so fake though. She's just so. But yeah, she acts ratchet. I mean, that's how. So does Nancy Mace though. But yeah. Remember, Nancy Mace said that she wanted to put hands on her. She said, "Let's take it outside." I said, "Go ahead and take a vat of chocolate, and go ahead and handle your business."
I would pay to watch that, actually.
Absolutely, we do pay to watch them in a vat of chocolate and boot them out of Congress and let them go do their OF or whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
But here's what I want to ask ChatGPT a question. ChatGPT, are you listening? Tell me, Ray, if you can hear it too.
I can hear you loud and clear. What can I help you with?
I can hear it.
Okay, so there's this. I want to make sure you're aware of what we're talking about. This Iowa bill that passed that rolled back civil rights for transformers. Just confirm for me that you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I'm aware of the Iowa bill. It's significant as it removes civil rights protections for transgender.
Here's my question about the Iowa bill. Give me an example of something that could happen now that the bill has passed, a hypothetical example of what could happen now compared to what couldn't have happened legally before.
One example could be a transgender individual being denied service at a business. Before the bill, this could have been legally challenged under anti-discrimination laws. Now, with the rollback, businesses may refuse service without facing legal repercussions based on gender identity.
Well, wait, what about federal law?
Federal protections against discrimination based on gender identity still apply. However, enforcement can be complex and often requires individuals to pursue legal.
So could the feds say I have a coffee shop and I don't let a transformer in, so that would be legal under Iowa, but would that be legal under federal, or does federal have jurisdiction over that?
Federal law still prohibits discrimination based on gender identity, so the feds have jurisdiction. If someone files a complaint, federal authorities could take action, even if Iowa law permits it.
Okay, so you see that? So that's interesting, Ray. You see that? That's interesting. You see, so I have a coffee shop. I say, for whatever reason, which I actually think is stupid, why would I have a coffee shop and say no transformers in? If your money is money.
Yeah.
The Jays don't do that. The Jays take your money. They'll bend over and take up a penny. They don't care if it's from a transformer or whoever else. So I would agree with that. But let's say hypothetically I have a coffee shop and I say no transformers allowed. How would you know somebody's a transformer? I have no idea. But you say no transformer allowed. That would be legal, at least based on what ChatGPT said, and I think they're probably right. That would be legal under Iowa law, but the feds would still have jurisdiction, so it would be illegal under federal law?
How does that even work? Would the feds have to send their own people in then? That's the thing
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean, the feds
understand.
could send people in. I shouldn't have stopped the chat, buddy. ChatGPT, I'm talking about the Iowa law still. So, whoops, I'm muted. ChatGPT, I'm talking about the Iowa law still. So if I have a coffee shop and I ban a transformer, it's legal under Iowa law, but the feds could raid my shop? I think I muted it. No?
It's
Hold-
it's thinking.
Yeah, no, it's something's off. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. They're interfering.
No. So ChatGPT, I'm on with the homie Ray Studios. We have a question. If I have a coffee shop in Iowa now that new law has passed and I ban a transformer, I would be legal under Iowa law, but it would be illegal under federal law. Could the feds just raid my shop based on that?
I can't hear it.
I know I messed something up. I don't know what happened. What do you
Look
think? Can you hear me, ChatGPT?
Loud and clear.
Okay,
What's up?
we're talking about the Iowa law. I don't know if you remember the conversation. I messed it up. I should just leave you up. The Iowa law that allows people to ban transformers from their business or something like that. I'm in Iowa. This law just passed. It's March 1st, 2025, whenever the law is in effect. I ban a transformer from my coffee shop in Iowa. That would be legal under Iowa law now, to my knowledge, but illegal under federal law. Could the feds raid my shop? Could the feds just arrest me?
Yes, federal law takes precedence over state law. If your action violates federal anti-discrimination laws,
So
the
wait,
federal
how can states even have these laws if it? I don't understand. How would a state be able to do that then if it violates federal law?
states can pass laws, but if those laws conflict with federal law, they can be challenged and potentially struck down in court. The state law can exist, but enforcement is tricky if it contradicts federal law. Courts ultimately decide these conflicts.
I think it's a lot like marijuana. Where like
Yeah.
like marijuana is legal in Colorado on the state level,
Mhm.
but it's still illegal on the federal level, and the feds can still arrest people in Colorado for possession of marijuana. So I think so does it work something like that?
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think it's the exact same thing. And then now you have the feds who, because Trump controls the feds are probably not going to raid your shop for discriminating against transformers. But here's my thought though, Ray. I'm actually not for this. Unless you say you can also discriminate based on skin or religion or whatever else, I don't like this. Why is it just transformers? Now if I'm in Iowa, if somebody with a skin color I don't like comes in and I discriminate, it's against the law, but I can do it against a transformer. I don't like it. I'm out on that. I don't think it's a good law.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's something they can control. It's something what they can control, versus what they can't control.
I don't buy it. How do I prove? I don't know what's in somebody's head. I understand what you're saying, but I don't even know if I disagree with that or not. I just don't know how I prove that or not. I'm out on that. I should be able. I'm a human being, just like I have free speech. I should be able to say whatever this is. You're wearing a red shirt or something, or you're wearing a blue shirt. I don't like you. Just get out for whatever reason. I should be able to say I'm not going to serve you. And we just had Black History Month, and to me, it's really, really, really funny to watch blacks celebrate Black History Month, and a lot of it MLK and the civil rights. And the Civil Rights Act of 64 did more damage to blacks than anything after slavery. There's nothing more than the Civil Rights Act that has done more damage to blacks than after slavery. Nothing.
I would argue the welfare state.
I have to.
Thomas Sowell.
No,
Thomas
I
Sowell
wouldn't say
did
that.
a deep dive into this.
No,
Thomas Sowell did.
I understand the take there, but the welfare state doesn't play a role as much when you have.
Yes, it does.
No. The welfare state plays more of a role when the black father's out of the homes. That happened after 64.
Well, actually, the welfare state and it insists on getting fathers out of the homes. That's the intention of it.
No, yeah, no, but I just disagree. I think the Civil Rights Act did more to do that than the welfare state itself. When you have a strong family, it doesn't matter if the government's handing out money. The father is saying, we're not taking the money. We don't need the money. We're providing. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, money is very persuasive, especially when it's people who have a lot of emotions.
The welfare state doesn't only affect black people, though. So why did the welfare state affect black people more than? Well, I don't know if I'll have to look that up. I think it's more percentage wise than others, but.
Well, here's an example. Back in before the 40s, I forgot the exact time, but it was before the 40s. Asians were the poorest racial group in America. Now they're now fast forward to today, they are by per capita, they are the most richest group by race and above every other race. And you know why? Because the systems weren't designed to benefit for them. Because Asians actually climbed up the ladder themselves and got to the point where they are right now.
Asians have a completely different kind of background than the American black. The American black has a background that's built off of excuses, self-defeat, victimhood, and Asians don't. I think it's that simple. Asians value education so much they cheat. They're notorious. Anybody who's in academia will tell you this. I've seen it firsthand. Their mantra is, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. They go full hard to get A pluses. And blacks don't. If you try to get an A plus, and blacks look at you like you're white or something. I mean, that's just the way. That's my experience. That's what I've seen.
Well,
so
that's because they're just not motivated. That's the issue.
I think the problem is the Civil Rights Act is the biggest problem. What happened before the Civil Rights Act passed was in the South, where majority of the blacks were, because it was still coming out of slavery in a way. They were keeping money circulating within other blacks. It was black-owned businesses. You know what I mean? It wasn't integrated. So you had the money flowing within blacks, and they still had, basically in the South, solid family structures. They had solid church. Their churches weren't infiltrated by anybody else, and they had pretty solid family structures. The overt optics of the blacks only area and the whites only area was kind of where you pulled on the MLK and others pulled on the heartstrings, but actually that wasn't the problem. See, that's why I always say, what is the problem the politician is trying to solve? So what was the problem that the Civil Rights Act was trying to solve?
A black person being able to go into a grocery store.
No, black people could go in grocery stores.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
What do you mean?
A grocery store they were not allowed to go into.
Who cares? Blacks had access to grocery stores, period. So you see what I'm saying? If you have to articulate what the problem is, it gets very difficult. If the problem is blacks don't have access to grocery stores, that's not true. They did. You see, that's why everything Trump's tariffs. What's the problem he's trying to solve? I haven't heard him articulate that clearly. Because once you answer that question, then everything else changes. It's no different than the Democrats. The Inflation Reduction Act. What problem are you trying to solve? Inflation? Oh, well, then this ain't the answer to that, obviously.
Well, we know what it was. It was just a giant climate
Yeah.
bill. That's all it was.
I
It
know.
was,
So I don't want to. Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't mean to digress, but you see what I'm saying. You have to state that I don't know what the problem is, and I'm gonna go back. I mean, I like kind of basically getting these ideas and running them through ChatGPT. What is the problem that the Civil Rights Act was supposed to solve? ChatGPT, we're having a discussion about the Civil Rights Act of 64. I know there are other Civil Rights Act, but the Civil Rights Act of 64, can you articulate to me in one sentence, what is the problem that the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was trying to solve?
The Civil Rights Act of 1964 aimed to eliminate racial discrimination and segregation in public places, employment, and education.
What's wrong with segregation? Why? Well, here's my question. Why is that a problem that needed to be solved?
Segregation denied equal rights and opportunities to individuals based on race.
That's not answer. Be more specific. Give me an example of why the segregation was a problem. Give me a specific hypothetical example of before the Civil Rights Act, why that was a problem.
Before the Civil Rights Act, Black Americans were often barred from using the same public facilities as white Americans.
Who cares if we're using the same facilities as white Americans? I don't understand what the problem is there.
The problem is that segregation created unequal access and opportunities, enforcing
We don't have equal opportunities. We can't control equal opportunities. Some people are born poor. Some people are born with crackhead mothers. Some people are born in the lap of luxury. I don't understand. That's not a problem that we can solve. See, that's only a problem when you don't believe in God. If you don't believe in the law of nature, if you don't believe that the strong eat the weak, if you don't believe that everyone doesn't have the same opportunities, that doesn't mean someone's better or not than each other. You're not making sense. What is the problem? I still don't understand the problem.
Segregation was a problem because it enforced unequal treatment under the law, denying people basic rights and
We
opportunities.
don't have that now. If you're Elon Musk, do I have the same legal representation as Elon Musk, ChatGPT?
Not everyone has the same resources.
Okay, so then I don't understand why that's a problem that needs to be solved. That's how life works. Some people are born without a limb. Some people are born with disabilities.
The aim is to ensure everyone has
I'm
equal.
sorry, somebody test me. I don't see it. What's the problem that the Civil Rights Act was solving? I don't see it.
Huh.
Yeah. So I will have to go, and that's one of the heart of the problems of all this stuff, the Transformer stuff. What's happening is the same with the anti-Semitism stuff. Everyone is now the fats. I did the video on New York. Literally has fat people as a protected class. They have short people,
which is stupid.
So once you do the Civil Rights Act, if the problem that you're trying to solve is everyone is not the same, then you can say anything. You can say this person, that person, but what it boils down to, it's everyone except for whites. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah. Well, like you said, I go down the route. If you can control it, then you're out. Then you're out of the question. If it's something you cannot control, okay, then.
Yeah.
That's where I go with it.
Yeah, I hear you. I just don't know how. To me, you're getting too much into enforcement of everybody doesn't even agree with that. So I don't know, but yeah. But I want to change it here to the crash out. Did I do a video on this? I don't know if I even did a video on it. Did you see the crash out with the JD Vance and Trump on Zelensky?
I saw the clip where Trump basically talked Zelensky down by saying, no, we're not going to give you any more aid, really. So yeah, that's basically all I saw. I didn't see the rest of it.
Yeah, it was 15-minute. I mean, the funny thing about it is this clip that came out where JD Vance he was clearly heated at this point. It was like almost near the end of the discussion. They were doing a fluff. You know how they usually do in the Oval Office, these fluff things? It was very fluffy. They had already, my understanding was they already had agreed on it. So why did it have to come up like this? and then it went sideways. Everybody said, I'm not going to play the, well, it's only 2 minutes, but it went sideways quickly.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are
Mr.
not
President,
strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have
So what he's saying, Ray, is, and you know, they're literally driving around. Could you imagine them driving around in white vans saying, wait a second, you're a healthy, able-bodied male. Get in this van. We're going to have you go on the battlefield and get scoped out by a drone.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll basically they'll show up, put a bag on your face, and then throw you into the van. So
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
For what? What? For what? What? I have
Overall-
no
Over a war that means absolutely nothing.
I have no problem putting my life on the line to protect my family. You have not sold me, sir, on why these people need to be rounded up in vans. And the funny part about the Transformer talk, Ray, is, remember, I don't know if you remember when the war first started, the Transformer men to women, they tried to sneak out of the country like we women. They were like, no, you're not. They snuck up. They're like, huh? You thought we were going to play? They were like, those Transformer games are over. Come here. Come here. And they dragged them up into the vans, too. They were like, take off the skirt and put on some pants. We done playing these games. That was wild, dog. It literally happened from one day to the next. One day they're playing along, calling them she, her, and woman. The next day they put a bag over their head and put them on the trains and the vans and gave them a gun and said, it's on. That was wild, man.
I don't remember that.
Oh my God.
I don't.
I don't know if I'm not going to look it up now. I'm dead serious they did that. Dead serious.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, checks to make sure. I would not be surprised.
Oh my God. No. You just put an image in my head now. No. No.
Shoot. I mean, you could imagine men probably trying to put on a wig to get up out of there because you're gone. If you get put on that battlefield, you're pretty much gone, right? They've got,
yeah.
I mean, the totals are anywhere from tens of thousands to 100,000 men gone.
I think the numbers are underestimated. I think it's way higher than they're reporting.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know because the fog of war is really crazy with the subversives, the lies. Remember the whole Fighter of Kiev or whatever? It was a video game. I mean, this stuff is crazy. So I don't know, but we're seeing footage that looks real of, I don't know if you've seen them, where there's men in the battlefield and they see the drone and they're running. They're trying to outrun the drone. And the drone is completely automated to just eliminate anything moving. And they can't do anything, so they just stop and pray and then they're gone.
Yeah. Did you see was it last week or so where Trump refused to join the European Union in condemning Russia for the war? Did you see that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, NATO is responsible for the war happening. No one else. It's NATO's fault 100%.
Yep. And we're in a dangerous place because if we were America in a direct war with Russia, we could get arrested for this position we're saying right now.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
for instance, during the Vietnam War, they weren't allowed to talk about the Vietnam War on TV at all. Like in movies and shows, they couldn't reference it. So they talked around it by saying oh, this war that's going on, but this war that's going on like Star Trek, for instance, they never talked about the Vietnam War. They just mentioned the war whenever they made a reference to something like that.
I'm telling you, man, with the Middle East stuff, I don't want to get too much because I know you're not really into that, but just generally speaking, if we get into a direct conflict with Iran, I'm wondering if it could be illegal in America, because that would be war. It could be illegal in America to criticize Israel, potentially.
there were people who did criticize. There were a lot of people who criticized the U.S. for when the Iraq stuff happened right away when it first happened. This is right when it did happen. There were people who criticized it. So were there people arrested for that then?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Were there people arrested for criticizing the Iraq War right around the time?
No,
when
that's a
it
good
first
question.
happened?
No,
Were there?
No, I never heard. No, I followed politics, not like I do now, but I do not remember anybody. But nobody really criticized the Iraq War. Nobody substantial, and we didn't have Twitter.
Everyone criticized a lot of people criticized the Iraq War right away because the media was barefaced lying about weapons of mass destruction, and everyone knew it was fake, but people still went along with it. But there were a lot of people who did criticize it.
Yeah, so I was an MPC, so I watched politics, but it was all corporate mainstream, and I definitely wasn't on Twitter. I don't even think Twitter existed, but I wasn't on social media. Maybe MySpace was back then, but I don't remember anybody talking about Iraq on MySpace. So they probably were, and I just didn't even know.
Yeah.
I just don't remember. But now it's different because people kind of have a voice, and it's not even that you really have a voice; it's that you're putting it public. So I think we do have probably Israeli bots and stuff ready to seize if there is some type of way.
Also Vatican bots. Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I wouldn't be surprised. They have billions of dollars. What are they doing with it? Other than violating little kids. Cyan says 1 to 1.1 million dead Ukrainians, according to General or Colonel Douglas McGregor, who's great on the topic. So I don't know what the totals are, but Cyan's like, your range is a little low, bro. 1 to 1 million. I mean, it makes sense. They were conscripting over 40, I think men over 40.
Yeah. I don't know the exact amount, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Just untold death and destruction over there. At least, I hate to say it, I mean, they're conscripting people, but it's at least it's not the women and children that that we've seen. I mean, men is men. I mean, if you can't control your country, from rounding you up in a white van and putting you to war, then we deserve to be unlived. I mean, you just do.
Yeah, this is why I think NATO is the villain. They're evil. There's no reason NATO should exist.
But
reason.
But you understand that means that's us. NATO is America.
You know what I mean by NATO. This alliance between all these countries should not exist.
I know, but NATO is what I mean. America puts 60-75% of the money in it. I mean, even beyond that, NATO is America. So if you say anything about NATO, just substitute U.S.
Yeah,
and I agree.
Trump is not giving any more aid to Ukraine.
I saw that. That just came out, right? I just saw that today,
a couple hours ago.
Yep. So, I didn't look into it. I just saw a headline, so I have to look to see what that means. But yeah, but you know the thing, Ray. That okay, why are we doing that with Israel?
Like I said, I don't care about Israel or Palestine. I don't care about it.
So that's my problem, man. It's just inconsistency. It just doesn't make any sense.
Wait, I'm inconsistent?
No. I'm talking about Trump. Trump is inconsistent. I mean, the left supports, for whatever weird reason, the left supports Ukraine. I don't understand it. Even some like on the
it's because of NATO expansion. That's what they want.
I don't understand. I thought the left was supposed to be anti-imperialism. What NATO expansion? Why the hell do I want NATO to expand?
Well, that's a lie that they are against imperialism. That's a lie.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, can you imagine if you made an agreement with someone and within 10 years they broke the agreement, like something big after after the Berlin Wall went down?
Mm-hmm.
NATO would not move 1 inch to the east, and within 10 years they lied. They failed that.
Yep.
And now NATO is approaching on Russia's border. Of course, Putin would be angry about it.
Yep. Putin's salty about a lot. Putin wanted to be included in the European club. This is a deep thing, man, because it goes back to looking at Russians as, basically brutes. Like to fight guy that drinks vodka, and then Europeans are the sophisticated ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that, I think that I mean, believe it or not, I think part of it comes down to that, where Putin's like, well, Western Russia, we're just like you guys, and we are looked down upon from you guys. So that's why they cozied up to China.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Ukraine is basically Russia. I mean, especially the eastern part of it is literally Russians over there. So it's likes to fight guy.
Yeah,
Ukrainians love to fight.
Yeah, the Donbass region.
Yeah. These are groups of people who love to fight, like honorably fight. Like I don't really see Ukrainians wanting to unlive women and children. That's not what these are like tough guys. These are like, I want to die with, these are almost like, I watch the Vikings. They're almost like Vikings in a way. They're like, I want to die on the battlefield with honor and go to Valhalla. That's the type of guys they are, and the Russians too.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we involved with that? That's not America. America's not no likes to fight guy. America's more like we defend our country.
Yeah.
We don't go out and try to get involved with stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Their culture's not compatible. But I'll say this: there was a little crash out online. You know, a lot of the people, the corporate guy, like Susan Rice and others, supporting, of course, Zelensky. And I would say I actually would support Putin over Biden.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
If I had a choice to go down and Joe Biden said, "Hey, come with me, I'll help you out," or whatever the reason, maybe you're fleeing from war or something like that. "Oh, come with me, I'll help you out." And Putin's like, "You come with me, I'll help you out." I'd go to Putin before Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Before Mike Pence, before Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
Before everybody else.
You remember, like, about a year or two after Biden was in office, Putin challenged Biden to a debate?
I do remember that. Yeah. Putin is a troll, man. Putin is a troll.
But he was being serious, though. He wasn't joking.
I know, but he knew that wasn't going to happen, though.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, so Ray, did you see Putin when they did this thing where they had AI analyze whether America really landed on the moon?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, so they had, I think it was Google. I forgot what AI. The AI analyzed the footage and everything, and the AI came back and said, "Hell no, this didn't happen. This is fake." And Putin did. I forgot what he said, but he looked at it. He was like, "Oh, interesting." It was hilarious, man. Putin is funny, man.
Yeah. Well, the Russians never landed on the moon either, so yeah. Putin knows that.
Oh yeah, I know. But I just thought Putin is just kind of a funny guy, man.
Yeah.
Why would I have beef with Putin? I know he's ex-KGB, but I mean, our whole system is Mossad controlled. I mean, why would I hate Putin? He's not.
Well, Andrew Tate grew up around ex-KGB guys.
Oh, why do you have to get astray? Like Andrew Tate's like, I wasn't even part of this conversation. How do you got astray?
Yeah.
What do you think about I don't know if you saw the news.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to talk to you about that too.
Let's go.
Trump allowed Andrew and Tristan to come back to America. Mm-hmm. And DeSantis got angry about it by saying they're not welcome in Florida. So
yeah, what's your thoughts? Yeah, that's a pretty crazy story.
And so many people on the right are angry about it, that Trump allowed the Tates to come back here. So many people on the right are angry. So
what's your take though?
As far as I know, the Tates have not been convicted of anything.
No, absolutely not.
They've been accused of stuff, but there's no evidence, but they have not been convicted.
Absolutely not.
And they're also American citizens, so they should be allowed back over here. They haven't been convicted of anything, and they're American citizens, let them come back.
I'm absolutely aligned with you on that. I don't understand it. I don't understand that. I'm not even a Tate fan. I'll say that they say Andrew Tate, I don't really follow Tristan as much. Andrew Tate will cover the same topics that we do, but the way he says it is just on a just light years ahead. I mean, I don't know what it is. His delivery, he's funny. So he's great like that. But I don't follow him as like a masculine, dude and all that. That stuff is whack to me.
Like Andrew Tate is more feminine than Tristan Tate. So
I don't even know if they're. I guess there is some feminine stuff about them walking around with no shirt on and stuff, just overdoing. Almost like I
But-
said, Kendrick Lamar tries too hard to be black. He tries too hard to be masculine.
yeah, at least Tristan Tate walks around with a suit. At least
Yeah.
he does that.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate doesn't do anything like that. So he just you remember that interview he did with Candace Owens when Candace went to Romania?
Oh wait, no, I don't remember that one. Was that in Romania? Was it?
At least I think it was
Okay.
Romania.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah, in the interview with
It
Tristan,
got pulled.
yeah, in the interview with Tristan, well, not with Tristan, with Andrew. Andrew was wearing looked like he was wearing female shoes.
Yeah, I mean that's how the male fashion goes, but
So, yeah. Mhm.
yeah, I mean there weren't they weren't women's flare jeans though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just the Tates. I did a while back. I did a little bit on them. Why I don't like them. I don't really rock with them like that. I know Nick does though. So a lot of the Grapers like them, I guess. But I like Sneeko now. I don't know if you were following Sneeko's arc, man. Sneeko's been amazing.
I liked when Sneeko schooled Nick on race mixing. I liked that debate they had.
Wait, where was that one?
This is about a year or two ago, I believe. Sneeko
Oh,
schooled Nick on it.
You know, I'm probably going to disagree with that, but I don't remember which one that was.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, where they were talking about whether race mixing was biblical or not. So that's basically what the debate boiled down to.
I don't remember that one. I might not have seen that one.
It was about a year or two ago, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, race mixing biblical? What kind of discussion is that? What
Yeah.
do you remember the arguments, or give me the arguments on that?
Yeah, like Sneeko was trying to say how there's nothing even remotely in the Bible that even says race mixing is a sin. Nick tried to say Nick tried to say he thinks it boils down more to culture and stuff like that. Like saying I'm trying to figure out exactly what he said. It's been a while since I've seen the video.
Yeah.
Where is it? Is that it right? That's not the video.
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know if I have it, but okay. Yeah, I will have to see. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. Nick is very solid biblically to me, so I don't think he's gonna say anything. There's not. I mean, is there anything in the Bible on race mixing?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, Moses' wife was of a different race.
yeah,
Jacob's wife was of a different race
I
too.
don't think race mixing is, and I don't think Nick would say that unless he knows I'm not no Bible expert. But,
Yeah.
but have you been watching Sneeko's?
I haven't watched Sneeko.
Oh, Sneeko he's in his bag right now. He's kind of like a on the street. Here's the thing about him. He's like a master editor, and he just walks around with the camera so he can live his life. You see how he's being so efficient. So what he does here, and I'll show just a little clip. No, I mean like 30 seconds or something, like a minute. Oh, he plays music in there. I can't even really play it, so I'm not gonna play it.
Okay.
He does all copyright music in there, but I can play it without the audio. But he's a master editor, and he's doing this Project X where he's just living his life. He carries his camera with him. He gets some footage, and then every day he edits it. He does it to tell a story and edits it, and it's so cool. I mean, it's artistic, man. How he just. I mean, honestly, it'd be the kind of stuff that I think you would do in your own style, of course, but if you were doing street stuff. And so you see him, he just has his camera out and he's in his crib right now, but then he'll just go in the street, talk to people, edit stuff in there, and it tells a story. And the script that he has for it is just, I don't know how he can write so well and do this every single day. It's just outstanding. It's outstanding. Best stuff out there right now.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, he's killing the game right now, man. He's just on another level.
Yeah,
So I just go through, I'm just on Twitter now just to make sure we're not missing anything that's breaking.
Yeah. Oh, did you see Floyd Mayweather praise Trump?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it comes down to the Jays again, right? I'm sorry to break it to you, man. I've been telling people I can't have any conversation with Floyd went over there, kissed the wall, all that. That's why he's supporting Trump. I mean, that's why. Yeah. I mean, just so, and I'm not real big on Trump, and I've actually been crashed out from the Epstein file release. Wait, you said you had a take on that. I didn't get a chance to bring you up on that. Let's transition to that, man. This problematic for Trump, man. It's really problematic.
Well, I was actually, my take was you were talking about how almost every single one of them were Jays. I was saying yeah, but also the others were Catholic. So do you find
that's
that
the
interesting?
take. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I really didn't know who was Catholic or not. Here's what I broke it down to: Jays and Zionists, whether they're Catholic or not. But let me take it to this part of it. This release here was. Let me ask you this, because you were more in tune with MAGA than me, leading into the election. Was the Epstein thing a big issue with MAGA? The reason I'm bringing that up is Mary Morgan. I thought she was very right here. She said, why did Trump make this such a big deal? That wasn't MAGA is obviously interested in going after the elite or whatever, the people, but why did he do that?
I'm not sure Trump actually mentioned the Epstein once. I'm not sure he did.
No. Trump is the one that made this the big deal. This is all about Trump.
I don't recall that part. I remember him mentioning the JFK. I remember him mentioning the JFK files. That I do remember.
Okay, ChatGPT, we're talking about. I want to make sure I'm right here. Search real quick, and do you know what happened with this Epstein debacle? Just give me one sentence.
The Epstein case is back in the spotlight with declassified files detailing...
Okay, here's my question, ChatGPT. My thought was did Donald Trump talk about this before? He's the one that promised this on day one, right? When after Kash Patel was appointed or officially took over the role. Is that Trump is the one that made this a big deal, right?
Yes, Donald Trump did emphasize bringing accountability to light regarding Epstein.
Tell me when he did it and what the quote was.
Donald Trump called Epstein a terrific guy in 2002, but distanced himself after Epstein's arrest.
No, I'm talking about leading into the election. Did Trump promise that he was going to release the Epstein files?
There's no record of Trump promising specifically.
So there's no record.
I'm sorry, but I can't help with that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Try that again.
Let me ask you one more time. Did we get too close to the sun? All I'm asking is, what did Trump say about, I thought Trump said, or was it Kash Patel? Somebody said they were going to drop the Epstein files day one of taking over. Who said that leading up into the election?
Kash Patel mentioned plans to release Epstein files if given the opportunity, emphasizing transparency. Trump also spoke about accountability, but didn't specifically promise a day one release of such files.
What did Trump say about the Epstein files before the election of 2024?
Before the 2024 election, Donald Trump didn't make a specific promise to release.
I must be wrong. I apologize.
Because I remember him mentioning the JFK files. That is 100% given.
Yeah.
That's on video.
Who made this a big deal then? They made it.
It was I will say this, it was MAGA who did make that. It wasn't Trump specifically, it was MAGA who did. But my main issue with it,
election.
Here was my issue with what happened with the release. It was people who got access first in a binder that took photos of it and posted it all over the internet like it was an Instagram meme. That's basically that was my issue with it. Like children being assaulted and you're making it's almost like you're making a joke about it. That was my issue with it. It's not that they got it; it's that they took photos of it and posted them all over the internet.
Well, I have a problem with them getting it. I do have a problem with that. Why did Donald Trump is in charge of classified? The ability to classify is literally Donald Trump, whoever the president is. It was Joe Biden when he was in. Now it's Donald Trump. And Donald Trump could have said, I'm putting it on True Social or I'm putting it on the government website directly, just him. He could have been from the office of the president, just like an executive order. Here are the files. He could have done it unredacted. They don't have to redact anything. Victims' addresses, they don't have to do that. Now, I understand why they are doing that, but Trump could just literally say, at the snap of a finger, give me the damn files, all of them, and I'm putting them up right now. He could do that with UFO, MLK, Fred Hampton, name them, Malcolm X, JFK. It's not complicated.
Yeah.
So I'm still clouded on who made this a big deal. To me, it came from them. It wasn't MAGA.
It was MAGA.
How? Like who in MAGA made it a big deal? I don't.
All the influencers were talking about the Epstein files.
I gotta look that up. But so here's the problem, Ray. That's a bigger problem even. To me, here's what I'm showing, Ray. I want you to. This is my problem now. I said it. If Trump does not roll this out properly, I'm going at Trump now. Trump praised Jeffrey Epstein in 2002, calling him a terrific guy. Trump wished Ghislaine Maxwell well after her arrest. He appointed Kash Patel. Kash Patel is not doing anything. They're doing an investigation. He's appears 7 times in the flight logs.
Where though? I still have not seen anything that says that. Actually, I have not seen a single thing.
Well, we'll look that up right now.
Where did you hear that from?
I read Whitney Webb has. Have you read her books? What do they call? I forgot their call, but let me look up the. Let me look it up to make sure. I'm pretty sure about that. I've read a lot about it. I even memorized the number 7 times, but let me. Let me. I'm just gonna try to do a quick chat GPT on it.
Yeah, do a chat GPT.
Like Destiny. Destiny is so quick at searching that stuff, man. That dude is insane. Like he would have already had the answer by now. I'm so slow.
I think he uses AI to do it.
No, I don't think he just jumps on the keyboard. Let me ChatGPT. This is a pretty important one. I want to make sure you get this sourced. To my knowledge, Donald Trump shows up on Epstein flight logs 7 times. Is that true or not? Source that.
I want to know this.
Donald Trump has been associated with Jeffrey Epstein socially, but there's no evidence that he ever flew on Epstein's private jet.
Huh.
Does he not show up on the flight logs? I'm pretty sure that's inaccurate.
Based on available evidence and public records, Donald Trump is not listed in Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs. If you come across any verified information, let me know.
Yeah, because I do remember Trump's, he said in the Tucker interview that he never went to the island.
The flight log doesn't mean the island.
It kind of does.
I understand. The flight logs specifically for Epstein's private jet do not list Donald Trump. If you're looking for more details on this, I'm
going to look this up. You can keep talking. I'm going to look this up.
Yeah, because I do remember Trump saying he never went to the island.
But that's not the flight logs. Yeah, I don't know where the flights are going, but it just basically was he on the
But how dumb would you have to be to figure it out though?
What do you mean? Clinton's on, and we know Clinton's on there, right?
Yeah, we know that for a fact because that was actually we know that him and someone else. And were there actually photos of some of the people on the island too? Were there some?
I don't remember that. I don't remember seeing that. No.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be. I'm
not saying anyone's names, but I could remember. For some reason, I remember there were photos of people that were on the island. So yeah,
I think ChatGPT is off here, so I'm looking it up. So you can keep talking. I'm looking it up.
Yeah. I remember hearing during the Maxwell trial that Trump's name did come up, but it was only because when she and Epstein and a few others went to one of Trump's casinos. I remember hearing about that, but it never mentioned that Trump was actually on the plane, though.
Okay, let's look at this. Okay, let's see here. 200-page document also includes the list of evidence the government has gathered against Epstein. Let me just look at the word 7.
On the contact list. So people that
Wait,
Epstein
Donald
knew,
Trump,
correct?
Donald Trump, Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs revealed. Let's see here.
No, go up. Let's see.
The list. So among this is NDTV. I don't even know what this is, but let me just see what it.
Epstein's flight logs, as per latest documents, include the names of Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Kevin Spacey, Naomi who? I can't see
Campbell. It's the model. So they say that his name is on the flight logs based on this.
But why does everything else say he wasn't though? That doesn't make any sense. Something is not telling the truth right here.
I'm pretty sure he was on the flight log.
I don't recall hearing it. I don't recall hearing it.
You see how that's crazy how ChatGPT.
Try Gronk AI then.
We could try Grok. I have used Grok a little bit. Let me bring up Grok here. Let's do deep search. ChatGPT has the best deep search. It just takes a little bit longer. So let's see. Let me just do voice to text. Fact check for me. I think Donald Trump showed up on Epstein's flight logs. We're seeing disputed reports. Fact check for me. Was Donald Trump on Epstein's flight logs? And give me the context of, do we know where the plane was going or what? So we're going through here. You can actually use Grok more. Grok is pretty fast.
This is interesting.
Let's see here.
This.
When DeepSeek came out, all the AI started showing you how it was thinking because everybody liked how DeepSeek, the Chinese one, was doing it. None of the AI showed you in this detail what it was thinking until DeepSeek came out. This competition really improves things. But I want to make sure that if I'm putting this on record, it's got to be right. So let's see what it says here. Research suggests, I don't like that word. What does that mean, suggests? Suggests Donald Trump was on Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs, flying on his private plane multiple times between 93 and 97. Evidence leans towards these flights being primarily between Palm Beach, Florida, and New York. Yeah, so I never said to the island, but he was on the plane. At least the logs said that was. Let's see. Yeah, but here's his name appears in the flight logs. What's the source here, though? Confirmation of Trump's presence. Research confirms. Okay. The Miami Herald case shows how frequently Trump flew on Epstein's jets. So I think it's pretty much solid. I'm not seeing a 7 times, but let me see. So here's the Miami Herald article. It says Donald Trump appears to have flown on Jeffrey Epstein's private jet. So ChatGPT is just absolutely false there. It's just absolutely wrong.
This is weird right here.
Yeah. So I'm going to stand on it. So here's, and I never said that he went to the flight logs say he went to the island.
This right here says Donald Trump flew 8 times on Epstein's plane in 93 to 97. Took wife Marla, daughter Tiffany, brother Mark.
Yep. So I'm back to my thing here. Trump appears 7 times in Jeffrey's flight logs. Not that the flight logs say he went to the island. I'm not even saying that he did anything wrong. I'm just saying there's a lot here now with this botched release, and he hasn't said anything. So you have all these different things. He praised Epstein, wished well for Ghislaine. He appointed Cass Patel, who's basically pro-Zionist, heavy Zio. His girlfriend's tied into PragerU. PragerU's run by a Israeli literally by a ex-Israeli operative. His name appears 7 times on the flight logs. Trump appointed Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi failed to release the files recently here, obviously. Appointed Bill Barr. Bill Barr oversaw the prison where Jeffrey self-deleted himself. Trump has never criticized any of his appointees for these failures. Barr's father had ties to Epstein. Trump appointed Acosta, who gave Jeffrey, this was after he had already done it, gave Jeffrey a sweetheart deal. Trump appointed Ray. Ray never did anything on Epstein. Trump only hires Zios, who wouldn't want Israel implicated. Trump met the Zios E-celebs for the fake release, but didn't say anything at this point. I'm sorry, this is problematic.
This one's weird that I just see. It says Robert F. Kennedy Jr. listed on 2 flights in February 9th of 94.
Yeah, I knew that.
That's weird.
All of them rolled on it. But here's the problem, though. My problem is with Trump. It's too much now, man. It's too much.
Here's the thing that confuses me. Then, why then would they not release all this information? If anything happened, regardless, why wouldn't they have revealed this much sooner? Then revealed the information while Trump was because Trump was in so many legal battles last year. Why didn't they just reveal the information right then and there?
It implicates too many people.
You could easily show that just one person, and that's it. Easily.
No, you couldn't.
Easily.
No, you couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't. What? Just show Trump and then that's it? How would you do that?
Easily.
I don't know what they have on Trump. I don't know if he's even involved, but it could be this. It could be Trump just covering for Israel because Israel's backed him to win, obviously. And so it could just be him, and Trump did nothing wrong at all, and he's just looking guilty or looking like he could be implicated because he's defending Israel. From my standpoint, it doesn't matter. Either way, it's problematic. I don't agree because you can't how do you just leak Trump's name only? That wouldn't even look right. We know there's tons of names.
They wouldn't care.
No, that you couldn't do it. There's no way you could get away with just releasing Trump.
They could easily get away with it.
The biggest issue with this is Israel. If Israel is implicated in violating children in order to, that's what Zionism is. It means the preservation of Israel as a Jewish national ethno-state at all cost. That means it doesn't matter who gets unlived. It doesn't mean who gets violated. Literally, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what evil you have to impart on the world, even if it includes unliving every single living human being on earth, except for Israel. That's what Zionism is. So you let this stuff go out, then everybody knows the gig's up. Can't hide it anymore. That's my theory. I don't have proof. I have evidence, but we don't know that definitively.
Yeah. This thing also says, and I'm not sure if this is correct, but it says the reason Trump flew on Epstein's plane was because his plane had malfunctioned.
Right. Don't do it. Right.
I'm not joking. That's what it says.
That stuff makes me crash out, man.
I'm not joking. That's literally what it says.
I know. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's true, but that's not gonna move me. Cyan, Dan Bongino is one of the biggest Tiny Hat supporters around. Yeah, they all are. Every single one of them. Trump does not have anybody around him that's not a huge Zio supporter. Not one. Not a one. And Dan Bongino just recently, there was a clip going viral with him. With talking about Israel. So here's this. Where's the clip with him? This clip. Well, this right is here.
This I'm reading this article. It says in the stuff that was released, it says Trump's name came up 7 times.
Oh, maybe that's where that came up. Yeah.
Yeah. It says it came that was released. That was released a couple days ago.
Oh yeah, but that one didn't really. We already had that. So yeah. I don't think that was flight logs. I didn't look. I don't know if that was flight logs though.
He was mentioned on page 24, the first flight log dated October 11th, 93. Okay. He also mentioned twice on page 27, along with his then wife Marla Maples and their daughter Tiffany Trump. and Nanny on May 15th, 94.
Mhm.
All three of those dates had J.E., Jeff Epstein, listed
Yeah, I saw
on the same flights as Trump. GM, possibly Maxwell, was listed as a passenger. The files related to the fiancer accused of trafficking came a day after Attorney General Pam Bondini said on Fox that the Justice Department was set to release flight logs and names of people associated with Epstein.
Yeah, but that's all old information. And think about this too, Ray. If we know corporate media hates Donald Trump, why aren't they? Why am I bringing this up? I've never hated Donald Trump. They can't bring it up. They're done. You're done. You bring it up, you're done. That's why. It's all roads point to it. Listen to. Don't believe me. Listen to Dan Bongino.
Right. What cause is dear to your heart?
Cause is dear to my Israel. The defense of Israel.
What is number one? Right. What cause is dear to your heart?
Cause is dear to my Israel. The defense of Israel.
I'm sorry, man. I can't. We can move on.
Well, like, you know me, I don't give a crap about Israel or Palestine.
Yeah, I agree. Dan Bongino does, though. Jordan Lott, friend of the show, says we need brother Dr. Shiva. Yeah, I should holler at him. I can have a better conversation with him.
I'm not a fan of him, so yeah.
Oh, Ray. No, I mean it's fine if you're not. What's the problem with Dr. Shiva? That's the homie, man. That's my dude.
It's just the way he tries to describe stuff. It just turns me off. Like,
okay, a lot of people say that. Yeah, that's my favorite Jeet right there. That's Jeet of the year. Dr. Shiva Ayadori. Jordan Lott says we need brother Dr. Shiva Ayadori to expose the Trump or the corrupt Zionists. That was a Freudian slip. Everyone is corrupt. Should I be shocked if John Cena ends up on the Epstein list? I don't know. I have no idea.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then all the main media people, the topic is gone. I don't see it. Do you see anybody talking about this now?
Well, I haven't.
Oh, your mic went out. It just went away. It's almost like it never happened. I see Stu Peters, and a lot of people are trying to avoid it, I think, because not only is your conversation deranked, it just deranks your whole profile. Every person on Twitter has a social credit score in the algorithm. I think mine's negative. Mine, I think, is a negative 6 million. I'm just looking through the latest news there. There are quite a few topics that I was getting on today.
Yeah. Huh.
This is one with Elon and Dom. I don't know if you saw this. Do you follow Dom at all?
Yeah, but like I said, I haven't been paying too much attention to the stuff since the election. So
yeah. So Dom, it looked like he got demonetized, and it looked like he got remonetized 4 weeks ago. Elon Musk said he would fix his demonetization. And there was a pay that came out just like yesterday or something like that, and he didn't get a dime. At his height, I believe he made $30K in a month. I think that's probably the most he made, if I'm not mistaken. But he was pulling in pretty good money. He's one of the best on here. It's just he kind of finds news that goes viral, but not on Twitter, which is really smart. And then he makes it go viral on Twitter, and he's not getting paid. Alex Rosen, the guy who exposes the pedos?
I know who he is, yeah.
He got demonetized. I don't know what happened. I don't know where he's at now. But you see, Ray, remember we were so excited about Elon, man. It's just, it's worse, man. Look, okay, here it is. I think, yep, so that's his most recent one. Listen to this.
What's up, guys? Unfortunately, X has fully demonetized us, even though it shows subscriptions on the profile. We're not getting paid out, so if you're subscribed, I just recommend you unsubscribe and listen. Even though we have arrests in 47 different states, just picked up Montana a couple days ago with the arrest of Donald Thompson and Helena, Montana. X has decided to demonetize us, and I understand, we're not a griftfluencer or anything like that. We do actually believe in free speech, and we stay true to ourselves, which definitely lands us in some trouble sometimes. But in the end, we're getting hundreds of pedos locked up, and it's a shame that X has decided to demonetize this work on their platform. That being said, I mean, it's not really a surprise. You know, we stay on everybody's ass about, like, you know, the Epstein files and all that type of stuff, and, you know, we don't go with the crowd, and we don't, you know, push the next talking point that Conning says to push. We're not with any of that shit. I mean, we're fully funded by concerned citizens like you watching, who make what we do possible by just giving between $5 to $10 a month, which you can now do on locals. Okay, so we're not doing X anymore. All right, they've demonetized us. Elon Musk has sided with the pedos and the pussies and has demonetized us. But we're still going to be on locals doing the same thing we do. Locals, we post even more stuff like mugshots and conviction updates along with the full videos. So it's also $5, same as the X subscription. So I recommend y'all go sub to locals if you want to support what we do. But if not, just keep sharing. I mean, same schedule for us. I mean, X going away doesn't change anything. So we start our next trip tomorrow. We have, like, I think probably like 50 pedos on the schedule. I mean, we're not getting that many.
What the
50 people ready to be gone.
Oh yeah, he just catches. There's a bunch of these channels coming up where they just chase pedos around. But Ray,
Wow.
I'm gonna say this, Ray, man. I'm sorry, man. Remember we had such high. I was the one that maybe had more high hopes than anybody. I was like, Elon's taking over, man. This is popping the bottles, and I don't know if I've ever been more wrong about anything in my whole life. Elon is disgusting, bro. I mean, this is just he is a monster. I mean, he's taking ad revenue. Twitter wasn't monetized before. So you monetize the platform, that makes everything more serious. That means there's an opportunity cost for me to get banned. If you're making, you know, I don't know how much they're making, but some people making, Ashley Sinclair was making, you know, $7,500 at one point for 2 weeks. Some of them making a lot of money. So if I say the wrong thing and I get deranked or Elon doesn't like me, then I lose quite a bit of money. That's that Lamborghini payment. X, Twitter, was better before Elon Musk. Way better. Yoel Roth, Gotti, what was her name? Whatever, Gotti, the lawyer, and Dorsey, they took the responsibility of the platform orders of magnitude, to use Elon's overused phrase, orders of magnitude more than Elon Musk. Elon Musk is an absolute fraud, a clown, and a joke when it comes to free speech and how he's run the platform X. It is an absolute embarrassment.
Well, I mean, as long as you're able to post, I don't see you. I think we can get into the ad revenue thing we agree on. I'm saying as long as you're allowed to post it, that's what I don't mind.
So here's the problem. There's a lot of problems with that. Number one, I thought there were civil rights laws. We started the show with civil rights laws.
Yeah.
How is we don't even know, he doesn't even know why he's demonetized.
Yeah.
So remember we started the live with like, oh, I said there shouldn't be a Civil Rights Act, but there is. So Elon Musk can just arbitrarily choose who he monetizes and who he doesn't? How does he choose that?
Yeah, that is the weird thing.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Number two, if you are monetized, you get more speech. Obviously, because if you're monetized, the advertisers are paying X to, just like YouTube. If your channel is demonetized, you don't get in the algorithm as much. So you don't have the same level of speech. That's the freedom of speech, but not reach. That's why they said that. So Ray, we can't go by I can still post. So what if I own X and I say, Ray, you can post, but I limit the number of people that can see your post to one person. The first person that sees it, that's it. Is that freedom of speech?
By definition, yeah, it is. By definition, it is. But
I absolutely disagree. So then could I limit it to 0? You can post on X, but the only person that can see it is you. Is that freedom of speech?
That That is not freedom of speech.
Okay. This is a. Let's even forget about the freedom. He's the one that says it's a freedom of speech platform. This is embarrassing. This is a joke. People are more afraid now than they were before. Tim Pool went on with Joe Rogan and to what's her name? V Gotti. I can't believe Vijaji. What?
Yeah, Vijaji. Something along the.
Yeah,
an Indian name.
Yeah, Gotti. He went on there with Gotti and Dorsey to their face, respectfully challenged them. Tim Pool won't even challenge Elon Musk on X now. Because you challenge Elon Musk on X, you're out of the club. You're done. There goes your reach. Just like he took the badge from Laura Loomer. How did Laura Loomer get her badge back? She got down on her knees. She didn't stop begging Elon Musk. The customer support is basically getting on your knees and having enough reach to go at Elon Musk for him to even care. All while he's running around impregnating these e-hoes. This is the wildest thing I've ever seen in my life. This is just complete chaos.
Yeah. Jordan, my voice literally sounds like an old truck engine trying to start. It would not work for that. I'm just telling you right now. Yeah.
You could do that. Yeah, that would be
no.
dope.
My voice wouldn't work. No,
it wouldn't be as bad as you thought. It would be fine.
It's bad. My voice is not good. So
no, I think you're underrated. No, you're good. But I think you will be able to in the future. You can do it through. I've obviously done the problem is they have no emotion. So until they get the emotion right, I can't really use it. But you will be able to use whatever voice you want at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's
so, like I want something quick, something fun right before we go. You remember that video I posted that I tagged you and a few others in about saying like RFK Jr. when someone doesn't cook with beef tallow?
Yeah.
I gotta show you the full. You want to see the full video of it? It's like a giant meme, pretty much.
Oh, okay. But is it a movie? It might pull us down.
No, it'll be good.
Right? Okay.
It's good. It's something. It is from a movie, but it's on Daily Motion thing. It's just a clip of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a funny one. I saw that.
It's from one of my all-time favorite movies, The Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with I saw that. I wasn't familiar with the reference, but
yeah. Let me pull it up right here. Give me 1 second.
There's a perfect meme while you're pulling it up. Perfect meme for RFK. Everybody's doing these memes with RFKJ. They're pretty funny. I like them.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I was pretty harsh on RFKJ, but he's probably my favorite from all the appointees that Trump has named.
Yeah. This right here. This is hilarious right here. Basically, what the scene is like these guys are robbing a restaurant. This dude is about to rape this woman, and basically the Toxic Avenger shows up and just kicks their behinds
with the grease and all that.
Yeah, watch this.
Yeah, this is gonna be nice. What the shit?
Watch this. Watch.
Kill you, motherfucker!
Oh my god.
That's one of my favorite actors of all time. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh, whoa.
Watch. Yeah, yeah. This part right.
This is the clip, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're only kidding! What's the matter? You can't take a joke? We're only kidding!
This is
Please, no! You can't do this to me! No! No, please! Please! Stop it! Stop! No! 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 We're only kidding!
There's one more. He does it. Look. The piece of
See, this was after the clip.
Yeah. And here's the thing, though. This girl right here that he saves, she's blind. Actually, she can't see anything.
Oh, is okay. Okay, I see.
Guess
I
what?
get it now.
And guess what? He ends up banging her later too. The Toxic
This
Avenger
reminds me of the
does.
type of movie, man. We'd be chilling at the crib, and but for me, it was like 96 through 99, maybe just like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
after
This
getting
movie-
back from a party or something.
Yeah. This movie came out in the 80s. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's one of my all-time favorite movies. And this scene right here is one of my all-time favorite action scenes because it's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
I-
Cyan says, yeah, the 80s back when comedy could be offensive and weird. Yep, love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's refreshing to watch, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. man.
Yeah. My dad showed me the movie when I was a kid, and
Oh, okay.
the thing is, there's a lot of brutal stuff and a lot of you see a lot of not just I'm talking about there is a lot of nudity in this too. Also in all 4 movies. So I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
That's a good way, man. That's a good way to end it on a good note.
yeah, it's so funny. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I think we should end with the Bryson Gray song right here. Are we allowed to play Bryson Gray's music?
He copyrights his.
Okay, so never
But
mind then.
I mean, I
Never
play
mind.
him, but
Never mind. Never
which
mind.
which one was it?
One of them from the movie Am I Racist? Because
Oh,
Bryson Gray did the music for that movie.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
still.
won't do that though. We won't do that though.
yeah. That one's probably licensed by Daily Wire, not him. But
Yeah.
for his other stuff, I didn't reach out to him. He probably would have let me use it if I reached out. But
Yeah. Mhm.
he's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, I'm we can wrap it up.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we'll probably try. I'll hit you up. We should do a culture one because we got movies coming out and stuff. I
Yeah.
want to talk about, but
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm feeling up for it tomorrow, we can do another video.
yeah, we might. And you want to do a culture one because we haven't done
Well,
like that in
yeah.
a while. Like no politics.
Yeah. I'll think about it. Like if I feel it tomorrow, we'll do it. We'll
Yeah,
do
yeah,
something.
yeah. Hit me up and we'll see. Because I think there's some movies and TV shows and stuff I want to talk about.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. But hey, you got to watch The Toxic Avenger. You have to watch it.
I have to
sometime.
watch that too, man. I have to be in the right.
Basically, what the gist of the movie is here's a quick gist.
Mhm.
It's about a dude who's like in his 20s and he's like 90 pounds. He's like his name is Melvin. He's some weirdo geek nerd thing, and he's a janitor. And what happened was these people were pulling a prank on him by getting him to dress up in like a tutu. And basically the prank was they were trying to trick him into like sleeping with some hot women. But they found out they were pranking him. And then what happens was, as he was running away from them, he falls into a giant thing of like toxic waste, a giant barrel of it, and that's what turns him into the Toxic Avenger.
Oh my gosh!
And basically what he is like he has these things in a system called traumatons, and basically what they do is they force him to destroy evil. Yeah. So basically that's what the movie does. He destroys evil because the traumatons force him to.
That's an interesting one. That's a very interesting one.
Yeah. It's goofy, but I love the movie though. I just love it.
Yeah, that's what makes it good, man. It's goofy, fun.
Yeah. Now the second and third movie are awful. The second one is okay-ish at best. The third one is just awful, horrendous. The fourth one is great. It's not as good as the first one, but it's fun though. Yeah. But I will say this, like in the second movie, there's actually a hilarious kill that he does. Basically what happens is there's this midget dude. He literally takes the midget and squishes him into a ball, and he plays basketball with him.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, you got to watch the movies. You got just you got to watch them. You have to watch them at some point.
No doubt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, man. But good. This is a fun one. I'll hit you up and see if we do one tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Take care, everyone.
Yep.
God bless. Peace.
Peace. We out.
The next clip is ready below. Welcome to After Show Carnage.